So, howdy, hello, whoever's watching. Uh, so earlier this morning, I saw that the next gameplay trailer was for Hisui and Kohaku for Lumina. And being the Hisui simp that I am genuinely hyped. So I guess for context, in case people watch this later who don't know anything about me, um, one of my main games, if not one of my most favorite fighting games that I play, is Samurai Showdown. And in Samurai Showdown, I am a Wolverine Shang main. Uh, love the waifu. So naturally, when I've played Melty off and on throughout the years. It's never a game that I super got into, but eventually I came across actually trying out Hisui, and the more that I play her, the more I realize she is very much like Wu. And unfortunately to say, she's also like Wu but better, basically. She has fireballs, she has a trap that she places on the ground, she has an anti-air move, uh, has like a hit confirm move. Basically, she can function in a way very similar to Wu, but she has the freedom of aggression and mobility being in a system like Melty Blood. Uh, she's Wu with much more privilege, I guess you could say, because a lot of the weaknesses that make Wu as hard to play as she is, again, because of a game like Melty Blood, Hisui is alleviated from some of those weaknesses. Because as you've seen the homie Aiden vent about, Hisui has a lot of mobility, and it makes her annoying to catch, and in some cases hard to anti-air. So in a nutshell, Hisui has these zoning and space control tools that I love, but she also has the mobility, honestly kind of like Milia to some extent, to reposition herself wherever needed, if not be very annoying. And again, since this is Melty Blood, she actually can run some good aggression. Uh, so that's why I love Hisui. So I've watched the gameplay trailer a few times, and in general, the other night I was taking a lot of notes on just the general stuff that I've observed, not only with Hisui, but with the game's mechanics and other characters in general. But today I wanted to watch the gameplay trailer again with you guys, so watch it one time through, just in case people haven't seen it somehow. And then I want to watch it again, doing a lot of the standard YouTuber pausing and discussion. Um, Again, I am a Hisui player, so I may discuss some of the general things that we see with Kohaku, but a lot of what I will be doing is looking at what Hisui's doing, compare it to what I've noticed so far, and also compare it to things in current code Melty. Any notable differences that I may feel be apparent. And then afterwards, I might want to discuss a little bit of system mechanics stuff, if anyone wants to talk about it, because there are some things so far that I've seen people have been confused about with the moon gauge system and with shields. Uh, People freaking out about the all the moon gauge activation, moon drive activations. Saying this game's uni, bro. Well, we will uh, see how things shape up. As you guys probably had noticed, I wasn't really doing much of the YouTuber reactions and analyses, but seeing this Hisui gameplay, I really wanted to do a stream and talk about it because I'm excited. But let's go ahead and watch through this at least. I'll watch it at least once without trying to refrain from stopping it, and then we'll do some analysis and talk about it in a second.
始めますよ。姉さん、行きます。オープンユアマジックサーキュラス。とっても危険です。
Sorry, it gets me every time. But a lot of this does look like standard made stuff on both sides. The main things that we'll need to talk about are some of the things that look a bit easier and Moondry specific stuff. But you've seen a lot of confirms into general BC air throw and then start set play. She went straight to cashing out damage though. Ooh, there's something I need to point out about that, but we'll get to that later. I love Hisui's dive kick, dude. Got the dust. Hold that. Blocked all the overheads. Oh, actually, I just realized something with that launcher. But we're seeing Hisui do a lot of the standard enders. She's letting that charge 5C fly. Bombos! I love that. Sick! Strike throw! This is Melty, but with characters like this, sometimes it all just comes down to strike throw. You love to see it. Aku's ready. Like, even Hisui's zoning looks the same. Some of these air tools, though, look much more intuitive to use now. Oh dear. Set play. Way to the world. Get bonked. That was a punish. Bombo. Just get out of here with that shield. Wall combos. See, I love this. Oh, dang. Caught her committing, though, and you're dead. Gosh, this game looks so good. It's like, even on Kohaku's end, a lot of it, as far as I know, looks like standard Kohaku stuff. There's the set play, got your little Clash video. Apparently, boomers love the Clash video stuff. Yeah, there was way too much hitboxing. Getting hit by these super low air dashes. Bombo. Ooh, nice air to air. Combos. I love that she still says that. Oh, she chose violence. But then Hisui, for some reason, also wakes up with violence. And that's a nice reference. Alright. Jeez, this game looks so cool. So again, I don't want to talk about, well, actually, I guess I can talk about system mechanic stuff as it comes up, but again, I'm mainly focusing on the Hisui aspects of this. The main thing I'm going to point out right away is it seems like her tools feel more intuitive to use. But right there, first things first, as far as I can tell, her zoning is all the same. Because for those who don't know, in current code Melty, the moment you do your 214 projectile, the direction you have to like quickly switch to whatever direction you want. I think it's actually I think it's between 1, 2, 3, and 4. Like back, down, and then forward. Oh wait, no, it might be 2, 1, 4, and 6. I gotta double check. I'll put something up eventually. But basically, she has at least four different choices as to what items she throws, and they cover different angles. So this one that you see, the tray is the super fast one, and the lamp is the slightly slower one. And you'll see later that she also has a book. She has this like other light thing that I don't know what it is, but basically they cover different angles. And as far as I saw, she has all of her angles. So it's gonna she still has the really good zoning tools. You love to see it. But this is what Turok or Aiden in the chat was complaining about. So one of the things that I said that makes Hisui kind of privileged as a zoner is some of her mobility options. This dive kick, I love this dive kick. She didn't even charge it. In current code, this is chargeable to change your air momentum even more. But she went straight to dive kick, caught her dashing forward, and then immediately popped Moondrive because you start off the round with full Moondrive. That is such a hilarious confirm. Uh, so seeing that she can be hard to anti-air, the fact that you'll be able to like cash out, because sometimes, even though this is a dive kick, sometimes depending on your height and depending on whether or not you charge it, you don't always get a conversion off of this dive kick, as far as I know. But having this moon drive cancel option can sometimes make sure that she can cash out pretty well off of something like a dive kick. It's hilarious. But something that I saw in a couple of the other past trailers too, um, this game might have Uni Assault, maybe, or maybe people are just doing extremely godlike jump cancel air dashes because she does 2C, 5C, and then look at this air dash. I don't know if they just have kind of like Smash has like shortcuts for short hop. I don't know if there's like a shortcut for doing like an extremely low short hop air dash, but honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this is just Uni Assault. Because if this is IAD, this is like, look how low this is immediate. You even see the effect of the air dash is immediate. Uh, so either it is like Smash and they have like a shortcut, short hop IAD kind of thing, or they just straight up put Uni Assault in it. For those who don't know, Under Night, its version of short hop is called Assault, where if you do forward and X or forward and D, like 6D, uh, you do a short hop of shorts off of the ground, and if you're far away from your opponent, it goes like this far. Like in Uni, this looks just like Uni Assault, but in Under Night, if you do it up close, it becomes like a standard King of Fighters Smash Bros. Short hop. But she does 2C, 5C into this Assault, which gives her uh, another air combo that looks like 5BB. That did a ground bounce, non-techable ground bounce too, and she had time to do charge jump C, which lets her land, get a re-jump combo. But this goes so. I'm wondering if it's like Dragon Ball, where this game will have built-in launchers. Um, because I noticed each character seems to have some kind of launcher that isn't just from auto combos. In fact, in Arquade's trailer, she did two launchers. Uh, so yeah, auto combo in general will end it with the launcher, but I'm wondering if it's like Dragon Ball, where auto combo will give you a launcher, but also you have certain moves that cause this zoom in and go into a scripted launch. Because again, Arcade had two moves that did a launcher, and then from here, uh, so Air EX Moon skills in general seem to be jump cancelable. It's like extra combo filler. Howdy space. We're analyzing Maid waifu Hisui, and I guess Kohaku if any of you play Kohaku. Air throw. Uh, it's great how much this Hisui player just does charge 5C, the chair slam, because the main reason you can swing for the fences with it sometimes is it goes really far, but she can reverse beat. She can go back to 5A or like any of her light moves to make it safe. It's mainly unsafe like on whiff, but you see good old wake up moon drive. Uh, all the melty boomers are so scared this will play like uni, but this is where you see the layers of it. I gotta go with this in slow motion because this is where people are like confuzzled about how like I guess strong shield looks. Uh, cause look what happens. She shields. And as far as I can tell, when you shield or clash, you can do anything. I'm pretty sure you can do press anything. But there's also specific actions out of shield, which as far as I can tell are the Dragon Ball Vanish, I think is shield only. And I think you can do your launcher after shield, but it might have an invul property. I don't know. But notice how she shields and Hisui cancels into the lunge. Um, which the lunge, if you don't do it out of shield, it takes like half, if not a bit less than half, of your moon gauge meter. See, we're already going into system stuff. My bad. I was just gonna talk about it as it happens. But Hisui cancels into it. So this is how I know that you can do that moon lunge move at any time. Cause she cancels into it, and you can jump cancel out of it. By the way, Kohaku does her lunge, which auto corrects, and since Hisui jump canceled, uh, she was safe. And now, howdy sis, howdy. So now they're both here in neutral again. EX trap. The fireball caught her in the air. Yo, what was that knockdown? Does Kohaku normally have that knockdown follow up after it's a fan, that's funny. After the spinning broom? Yeah, so shielding in general actually, I'm pretty sure I've seen that basically all the time unless you're already in Moondrive. Shielding gives you um it gives you moon gauge and a little bit of health and meter. Majority of situations I've seen where someone shields something, it gives them a bit of everything. But I did see a couple of weird cases where people weren't given health and meter. Um, I don't know. But this wait, hold on. So this spin into the fan knockdown, I don't know if that's a current code thing, but either way, it gives a ground bounce. Kawaku goes into Molotov drops, which apparently has invincibility, by the way. And she's able to continue her conversion. Launcher, and notice how that wasn't from Rapid Beat. She went straight to the launcher. This is why I think this might be like Dragon Ball. Um. Oh wait, actually, did that have? Oh wait, no, it was the Molotov drop that has 2 points of invincibility. I think. Let me go back to make sure. 1, 2, yeah. So that invincibility is from Kawaku's Molotov drop, and she goes straight from jab to launcher. So again, I think there might actually be some Dragon Ball inspiration in this game. Blink. Empty jump low through Johnny, went straight to super. So yeah. And notice how much corner carry this super did. She started, what was it? Well, it was like quarter of the screen, not quite the middle of the screen. But then when she ends it, They're already in the corner. And she has all these plus frames. So she could have threw the plant earlier. EX Dust, hold that. Yo, okay. So this is where at first I was worried that shield might be kind of scrambly. But honestly, I was telling the homie Coco Twinkie, I have a feeling that everyone in week 1 of this game is gonna be like spamming shield, and I'm just gonna grab y'all all the time. Uh, but even upon a successful shield, there are times where you don't really need to commit to something. Uh, so I think there will still be layers to it. I guess it'll probably depend on frame data and whatnot. But either way, she shields the trap. As far as I can tell, the trap is still low. See, this is another one of her projectile angles. It's a vase. Okay, I could never tell what it was because of the shape, but now I can see it clearly. Book and vase is probably her most used, if not best, angle because it covers the book falls right in front of her, and the vase has like an upward angle that can see that angle. This is the angle that I think, as far as I know, gets used a lot because it can make it hard for people to approach, even in a game like Melty. But I think this was the launcher out of Shield, which I think didn't cost any moon gauge, and she got moon gauge because she got hit. Actually, Kohak or Hisui's 2A isn't a low as far as I remember. Is it? I'll double check later on. So I don't think that was an actual empty jump low setup. I gotta double check. But start the Panreka. Her light dust is her usual safe ender. So that I believe was the armor frames. When you're in Moon Drive, your EXs get well, not your EXs, I'm sorry. Your moon skills, I gotta call these things right, get armor frames. What shields we need. Yeah, and I feel like it's probably just because it's like initial impressions. We don't have our hands on the game yet. But I figure there's gonna be option select slab. There's gonna be like people are gonna lab either what are the most optimal choices in certain situations, or people are just gonna scramble and then get blown the frick up. I mean, people. This is Melty. People like their scrambles and degeneracy anyway. Uh, exactly. That was part of what made me have me worried before. Is it seemed scrambly because it really felt like people were just psyched, like they're just doing whatever. But I think Makoto Fox even pointed out in their analyses that you don't always have to commit to something. In fact, if anything, to be on the safe side, probably a lot of what I'm gonna do upon shielding is I'm just gonna do the lunge because it looks like it's invul and you can jump cancel it to get out of that situation. So that's like that's gonna be my main choice, honestly. But then from there, you can, if you're like paying attention to your opponent's tendencies, or if you know they're just gonna swing, you can just punish whatever they do, probably. Howdy, Gray Fox. We're going through. I'm doing the frame by frame analysis now, but this is the armor frames of Moon Drive Moon Skill. Yo, shoutouts to Uni. Uh, so the funny thing is, in all the previous gameplay uh trailers, you kept seeing people wake up Moondrive Shield, which you could just grab them. But this time, Hisui chose violence. Uh, and I mean, it's kind of violence, but kind of not really, because again, she's in Moondrive. So again, unless the armor in Moondrive loses to like lows or something, unless there's like a particular property, this wake up, or unless the armor isn't frame one, again, this comes down to frame data. This option actually like it beat, actually that looked meaty as frick. That beat what she did. And then so Moon skill, Ora Ora. Gets a combo, Ora Ora combo. And this I was happy to see. Because there are some of Hisui's tools in current code that don't really feel that intuitive to use. This well, okay, EXs are supers in this game. I need to remember that. This EX Ora Ora in the air actually was like a nice air combo ender. Gave her a knockdown, set Oki, let's go, get grabbed. Like, that was great. I'm really liking how intuitive some of the tool usage in this game is looking. I saw some people memeing about this. Is this a what reference is this again? What is she holding? I I don't know what that reference is, but let me know. Oh, it's the Fate money. So oh wait, I forgot there was a rumor about one of the potential characters. I guess well, y'all can discuss that in the chat. I don't know if I can get too much into it. And also another concern that I had regarding like shielding projectiles, but I want to save that for the next gameplay video. I'm gonna give y'all two analyses. For now, I just want to talk about Hisui, a little bit of Kohaku, and the system mechanics that we're observing so far. But as far as I can tell, from what I've seen, this Dragon Ball Vanish seems like an overhead because in previous matches where it the opponent wasn't blocking, they were crouching and they get bonked. But this one is an actual punish. And as far as I can tell, this Dragon Ball Vanish, you can only use it upon successful shield. So I feel like this is mainly going to be used for punishing like up close commitment to things, maybe, because doing it full screen, I don't know if it's gonna have the frame data to actually punish stuff. In fact, I think we've seen in previous gameplay videos where someone would shield something full screen, they go for Dragon Ball Vanish, and then they get shielded and they get launched. So again, like, sorry, I'm gonna keep calling it Dragon Ball Vanish because that's what it feels like in counterplay and everything. Ooh, uh, that was as melty as it gets. This happens not as much in Uni, but it can happen. Uh, she gets brought down to the ground, but in Guilty Gear, like for example, in Guilty Gear, you just get brought down to the ground and you keep doing your pressure. But here, I'm pretty sure she got air unblockable because ground normals in Melty, most of them anyway, are air unblockable. So you got to make sure you avoid situations like that, air blocking where you can get brought down to the ground. Then again, I think there's also sometimes air options for that, but we'll have to see what other system mechanics are brought into the game. But yeah, that was a good air to ground conversion. See, that was actual air auto combo. Bomb. This fire plant, it shoots 4 times, but now I know when Kohaku gets hit, it goes away. Uh, so this was actually a good shield follow-up, because I'm guessing Kohaku wasn't ready to bait that. Because she shields it. We see the lunge follow-up. Oh wait. I think the lunge follow-up still costed Moon Gauge even in shield. I'll have to double check that. But was that a punish? Or was she just not blocking? I think she just caught her running forward. Yeah. I mean, was it cheap? Kohaku wasn't even blocking. Yeah, she got caught running. Ooh, okay. That was another thing that I noticed that I think might make Hisui's pressure even better, depending on the frame data. Oh, wait, hold on. That's where she gets called out. Oh, shield and crosses by out of the corner. True, but then again, I'm wondering if you can air grab them after, if they jump cancel it. Wait, hold on. Let me. Yeah, we'll have to see what's. Dang. Tagger and bagger. GG's. So check this out. she blocked it. She lays the moon skill trap, and it has an initial hit. I'm pretty sure that doesn't happen at all in current code. Uh, the moon skill version has an initial hit when she lays it. There's probably a gap here, but then again, you can barely see what she's doing. But the fact that it has a initial hit so early before the trap's even active, that is good. Uh, just like Woo, don't get trapped in the corner. But that was a good call out to jump. And then you notice with Kohaku's air Molotovs, that actually brought them to the ground too. Actually, I think it happened earlier also. It brings it to the ground, and she's actually able to convert. But last round, okay, that was another projectile angle. So far we've seen the pan and the lamp. We've seen the vase and the book. Here's the blue and white vase with the lamp. But she air shields it. She had already committed to doing EX trap. You got your boomer movie time. Uh but this is what I was talking about, where let me see. This is what I was talking about, where just like in Dragon Ball, you have to actually think about when you decide to vanish, because you won't always be able to punish things with a vanish. Because she threw her projectile, she's already in neutral, just like the previous gameplay videos. Also, I hope the quality's not dropping. She was in neutral, ready to shield, but again, like we've seen, if you have the moon gauge, you can cancel into that lunge. They both choose lunge, which is why you get the clash. So it's kind of RPSy, but at the same time, it does depend on resources, and I guess it's like RPSy to where it can get scrambly, but then I feel like the people that actually think about their choices, it'll get like super levels of Yomi. She shielded into cross up and then canceled cross up into lunge. Well, actually, that's the other thing that I've noticed. Shields actually don't autocorrect. Uh, I've noticed in previous videos, if you shield too early, you can actually get blown up because they don't turn around. So you actually have to time your shield there. So that's just another thing that I noticed. Uh, but again, the main reason this happened is because Hisui shielded, and you can, again, when you shield, you can cancel into anything, but you can cancel into that lunge from anything if you expend the meter also. But then again, I think it uses meter in general, maybe. I don't know. Because let me see what happens to Hisui's meter when she does the lunge. No, they both spend meter. So yeah, actually, that's just meter dependent in general. Frick. Yeah, it's I think it's by default half. But if you shield, you get some of it back, I think. Oh, so in current code, shield doesn't turn you around either? Makes sense. So not only do people have to time their shields, but this is surprisingly resource. Well, not surprisingly. The fact that it's resource dependent. Again, it'll might feel scrambly, but it might not even be scrambly for the people that are thinking about their choices. And again, you guys know me. I'm just someone that likes to understand why these interactions are happening. See, they even both jump cancel, but yo, look at these frames. But Hisui wins the air-to-air interaction. Also, wait, hold on. So even if you read the cross-up and shield to punish it, it can still be safe. Well, again, this is, like I said, it's like Dragon Ball. Uh, that's not really a good read if you use it in a situation where it's punishable. Because just like in Dragon Ball, sometimes you can do a good vanish that punishes people, but if you vanish something that's safe, again, she threw a projectile, and again, she's a freaking zoner. So obviously there weren't enough frames here. Actually, no, I forgot. She threw the projectile and then canceled already into EX trap, which apparently is just safe enough for her to be able to shield. Yeah. Uh and then yeah, like you guys saw, she table beats Broom, I guess. In fact, none of them charged their aerials. Bonk. Uh So yeah, that's why it could probably seem scrambly, and I think that's some of the concerns people have, that it seems weird that if you make a read, you're still in an RPS. But I think we're gonna need to get our hands on like actual frame data to see what even counted as a good read. Uh, because again, just like in Dragon Ball, what people will do like a string and then they cancel into vanish without knowing that like the block string actually isn't airtight, and then you get 2H'd, and then you die because you thought you could vanish, but nah, chief, you got knowledge checked. Uh, always feels great when that happens. Confirming the trap, nice. It's a good chunk of damage. So how much was that for two? Let's see what happened, because that was a lot of damage actually. Uh, Oh yeah, by the way, I'm pretty sure anytime you get a counter hit in the air, I think it's a fatal counter. Because every time I've seen someone get fatal every time I've seen someone get counter hit in the air in this game, it's always a fatal counter. Uh so this is off of a fatal counter. JBB into the boom. So that was two EX supers. That's almost a third of your life. Yeah, I have all the time in the world to follow up. And then still had time to set the Oki. None of that was a shield as far as I could tell. That was just straight up EX armor. Uni time! Also, nice pose, Kohaku. You're living your best life out here. Yeah, I mean, then again, there's a lot of effects. The move's not even out yet. So either A, things have clash frames, or B, the armor is just straight up frame 1. Uh, but that must have been a safe jump because Hisui was fine. Uh, oh wait, actually, no, she went into Molotov, so there's just nothing to hit her yet. Yeah, anti-air slashes. Also, hold on. Uh, so her air dash. This is her normal air dash, right? But notice this looked like an actual IAD. The other time, it was frame 1 off of the ground like a uni assault. But here you at least see them very briefly jump, and then she does her freaking Eno style air dash. So that looked like an actual IAD, and then Hisui got smoked. I'm sorry, Hisui. Gotta block those overheads. Ooh. Gray Fox question: can she normally confirm off of? Oh wait, no. Hold on. Is this a normal follow up doing Bateau slash into Broom? Because she's able to jump cancel that launch. That looked pretty cool. And I don't. Oh, that's a normal thing. Okay. And then she had time to charge, ground bounce, launch again. Try to go for an empty low. I don't even know if I'm guessing her 2A is a low. Fire plant. And she did the lunge. Uh, Again, as far as I can see, the lunge has invul, but there's never see invincibility on the screen when it happens. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, you never see. invincibility on the screen whenever this lunge happens, but as far as I can tell, it is invincible because uh like no one ever gets hit out of it. And she gets fatal countered because of that. She has 20,000 years to make a sandwich and convert off of this. We see the uni assault again. Again, it looks like a uni assault because that's extremely low to the ground. Yeah, like this is frame 1, so this looks like a uni assault. Gigamaido. Sick. Yeah, you better heat out of there. You're gonna die. Wait. Oh no, that was moon skill projectiles. So moon skill. I'm wondering if you'll still be able to choose your angles, but this one threw 3 projectiles. Get counter hit. There's the vase. Here's the other vase. Yeah, she did like a. I don't even know if there's a neutral tech or not, but. Oh wait, I thought the new character is tomorrow. And then I'm assuming the next gameplay video will be this again, but Kohaku will probably win, which is why I have another topic about zoning that I want to talk about in that video because I assume Kohaku's gonna win, and then I'll be able to observe like how strong zoning will be in this game. Nice double jump. She chose violence. Did she see the startup? That's the question. Because Hisui did Moondrive. Also, I just realized, can y'all still see? Okay, hold on, I need to move the chat. Sorry. Like, look at this. Hisui did Moondrive. Did 5... Actually, before the 5C even came out, the Kohaku was cranking the super. Yo! She did it immediately. She didn't care. But then again, like, Hisui's in Moondrive. You're on your last legs of health. I guess this was a make or break situation. Oh, Gray Fox, that makes sense. Had Nick get early access? What? What are you talking about? Oh, are you saying because he did YOLO Super like this? Yeah, dude. Yeah. This is very much a YOLO Super, but a very understandable YOLO Super, I guess. But what's even funnier, sorry, I guess I'll move chat back here again. I might need to switch to the other view. What's even funnier is Hisui wakes up with violence. Yeah, as far as I can tell, there isn't really any circuit break in this game. Unless they haven't shown it yet. Maybe last arc circuit breaks. Yo, I mean, to be fair, there weren't any hitboxes out yet, but Hisui very much woke up with violence. It's just a wild call out in these last 2 interactions. Alright, thanks for chilling, dude. And again, the nice reference there. So, that is interesting, dude. Moondrive's gonna be an annoying mechanic. Probably at the start, yeah. Again, I think at the start of the game, starting out. Oh, I should put on some music. My bad. Starting out, this game is gonna be very scrambly. You're gonna see a lot of people just mashing on Moondrive activation and probably like trying to shield and counterattack out of like every situation. And it might take people a while to like get an understanding of like the not even necessarily the RPS, but like the layers of counterplay and stuff. Because again, like to Uni players, some of this isn't anything new. You can wake up chain shift, and actually the game Uni even lets you know now when someone is in the middle of a active move. But sometimes the move might not even reach. Sometimes they're doing nothing. And so, like, in a game like this, though, where you have, like, a parry mechanic that seems pretty strong, but loses to throw, we're gonna see what counterplay and general understanding people develop over time. But I do like that there's some good levels of resource management to this game from what we can see. Again, personally, I'm probably going to be the type of player that I might burn my moon gauge early on for moon drive if I need a reversal situation. But honestly, a lot of the time, at being a Hisui, I'm probably going to be shielding if I have a hard read, and using the lunge. Because again, the lunge seems like one of the main follow-ups that people might need to think a bit more to, like, actively counter. Because it seems like... I think that's why it probably costs the most, too. Because it seems like the strongest and safest option. So... in the long run of the matches, I'm probably going to be saving a lot of my moon drive for lunging out of situations instead of like using it on combos. But it'll probably depend on your character, honestly. But I guess that's something that's a little concerning in some regards, is like this game's coming out at the end of the month, but we haven't seen a beta test. We haven't seen any like content creators get an inside scoop on the game and be able to evaluate anything. So I think French Bread is gonna possibly just let it rock and then just see what happens. And we'll see how much they even patch the game. And again, like we discussed in Discord, French Bread isn't even a company that really like updates games as actively as like other standard titles. So we'll have to see what happens. But either way, from the way this game is looking, I feel like despite Melty not really being my kind of game, I think there's enough intuitive adjustment in this game, and the game has so much aesthetic appeal that I think I'm going to have a lot of fun playing this game. So yeah, we'll see what happens. And whenever the next gameplay video comes out, I'll be doing a second analysis to see what else we notice about Hisui, and then we can point out more stuff about Kohaku if you guys want to. But if there is any other Melty content you guys want to see from me, or just anything in general, you can feel free to let me know. I appreciate y'all watching, and I guess for those of you on YouTube, be sure to rate the video, comment, whatever. Are you like Sage-Am and Giuna? You don't care about the maids, you just want the cool dudes to simp for? Or are you a fellow waifu enthusiast like myself? Just let me know what you're thinking. And yeah, we'll see what I get around to in terms of other content. Appreciate y'all watching.
Thanks for watching. Hope you had a chill time. If you like me, be sure to subscribe. If you want more to see, check out what's next to the Chibi. Tourney footage, art stuff, gaming streams, maybe eventually guides or other things, we'll see. You can also check out my social media as well as links to anything else that I may have mentioned in the description. That's all for now. Laters.